High-speed pursuits, they're a dangerous part of police work, and it's not just the officer at risk.
Innocent people are often the ones injured or killed. The Department of Transportation reports from 2001 to 2021, pursuits that turned deadly increased by 41%. During that time, more than 8,000 people died, and about 36% of them were innocent bystanders.
In 2023, the Department of Justice released a report urging law enforcement agencies to enact policies that reduce high-speed chases. But we've uncovered not all officers receive the same type of pursuit training.
Investigative reporter Cynthia Beasley hit the track at the Criminal Justice Academy in Columbia, South Carolina, to find out why.
It takes months of training to become a law enforcement officer in South Carolina. For part of the training, officers are on the track. Here, they learn precision driving.
We teach them, you drive 80% of your capability, 80% of the vehicle's capability. Because if you push it all the way to 100 and something bad happens, you have no room for error.
So that means you really have to know your own capabilities too then?
Yes. And hopefully this week, that's what they're learning.
We got to go through the driving course at the Criminal Justice Academy.
They run this course a total of 7 times before they're tested.
They learn everything from how to steer.
It's a smoother action, smooth is fast.
And how to carefully drive through sharp curves and busy streets.
We're going to come up on our last simulated curve here and get into city lane changes. This is to simulate, smaller roads in the city with people parking on both sides trying to get in and out.
Jackie Swindler is the director of the state's Criminal Justice Academy.
While they'll use a lot of these skills in a pursuit, it's not pursuit-specific training, right?
Correct, because that's individual agencies will teach their agencies, their officers, what their pursuit policy is.
South Carolina law doesn't mandate agencies to do additional pursuit training. The law also doesn't specify what warrants an officer to initiate a pursuit. So pursuit policies vary agency to agency.
Some agencies do training later and some probably don't.
Swindler says it comes down to good training and good policies, which lead to better decisions and safer outcomes.
I want us to be able to pursue for things that are serious and that we need to. But I want us to be smart about it and know that sometimes that's not the best decision if it's not something serious.
A federal report is calling on law enforcement agencies to limit high-speed pursuits to protect innocent citizens. The report says officers should receive both classroom and scenario-based training. And it says only officers with that training should be allowed to engage in a pursuit.
Do you think that it will take, in some cases, action at the State House in order to mandate a specific type of training for this?
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, it will take legislation.
Jeff Alpert, a professor at the University of South Carolina, has been researching police pursuits since the 80s. He was one of several people who worked on that report that suggests high-speed pursuits should only happen when a suspect has committed or could commit a violent crime.
It's something that is very important for the state, that if we want to save lives, someone has to make this happen.
The report cites research that shows more than 90% of pursuits are initiated because of traffic violations.
So the departments, when they change their policies to violent crime only from this judgmental policy, you're reducing your pursuits by about 90%.
And saving a lot of people at that point.
Absolutely. Now, the flip side is you're letting people go. But as a lot of police officers and police chiefs have told and shown me, just because you're getting away now doesn't mean you're not going to get caught. And that goes back to doing good police work.
The Department of Justice report also urged agencies to explore technology that can help shorten pursuits or avoid them altogether.
The report says not only could this protect innocent people, but it can also save taxpayers money in the long run, as states pay millions of dollars every year in damages due to pursuits. One option being deployed in some departments, Digital Siren. It's an app that can alert drivers of a nearby pursuit. Creator Tim Morgan says his team installs the tech in law enforcement vehicles. And when an officer hits a certain speed with their lights and sirens on, it triggers an app alert, giving drivers about a 30 to 45 second warning. He says it only costs about $260 for each law enforcement vehicle.
Fairly simple installation. It doesn't require any work, any additional work for the officer. And let's do something before there's a tragedy.
Another tool used by police, a device that can shoot a GPS tracker onto a fleeing car.
The technology allows us to keep an eye on the vehicles from a distance. We don't necessarily have to be in hot pursuit.
Police in Illinois say they've used these GPS darts on a weekly basis for about 3 years. To learn more about the different tech and policies being put in place to help prevent dangerous police pursuits, head to investigatetv.com and search high-speed stakes.